As Duffin in 2019 states, Houston is the fifth largest metropolitan area in the United States. You would assume this high number would be associated with many attributes of the social, business, and economic statistics of Houston. As blindsiding as it is, Houston firefighters are not even ranked in the top 10 paying cities in America, per ZipRecruiter. Furthermore, Scherer tells us that firefighters in other major Texas cities receive much higher salaries, if one can even believe that. Rushing directly into danger is precisely the job description for firefighters and law enforcement alike. Generally, having a job where one's life is in grave danger should have a salary to match this dedication and service they provide to the public. With Proposition B being on the ballot this last year, it was such a prominent topic. There are plenty of stories, interviews, and information everywhere to be found. During this presentation, we are going to take a look at the pay parity problems for the Houston Fire Department, along with some solutions that the firefighters can use. First, we want to take a look at different firefighter pays within Texas. Houston firefighters earn about 30% less than the top 5 departments in other Texas cities, Scherer tells us in 2018. As can be seen by taking a look at the other big Texas cities, Houston firefighters' first-year compensation is only around $42,000. This is 29% less than the other big cities within Texas. A point that seems to be overlooked at times is this gap in pay persists throughout the firefighter's career. A decade in, for example, a Houston firefighter gets pay and compensation totaling only around $50,000, with the average in other major cities in Texas around $70,000. There is also a moral and ethical issue at hand. Being a firefighter in a city where the mayor doesn't support pay parity for your career, which is protecting his own city. Even without glancing at the city budget, most feel the firefighters are invaluable employees to the city of Houston. Risking your own life in order to save others is not a decision just made on a whim. Nevertheless, Turner's opposition of Prop B showed Houston his sentiments towards pay parity doesn't align with all the firefighters. Turner himself has stated that Houston firefighters want their pay linked to that of the Houston police officers, even though the organizational structures and promotional requirements are vastly different. He goes even further to say that firefighters sued the city to destroy the city's historic pension reform, not just the part relating to firefighters, but all reforms for all municipal employees. The biggest glitch with this issue is that since 2011, Houston firefighters have received raises of just 3% after rejecting incremental raises they say were too low or included too many concessions, per Scherer 2019.
Houston Fire Department have less salary compared to other cities in Texas, and Turner could care less about the fire department. The solution we came up with would be paying the fire department what they're worth. There is many ways the mayor could handle this problem he is facing. His first solution was to lay off 10% of the firefighters and their salary, distributed to the rest of the Houston Fire Department. That means 400 firefighters will be jobless. Now the pay parity will be equal, but the quantity will decrease. Even though Turner could have kept all the other department salaries the same and just increased the fire department, he just decreased the fire department and increased 5 other departments in Houston. Turner could have kept their salaries and reduced their shift schedule. So instead of 4 work shifts, they will receive 3 work shifts. Turner could have kept their salaries and reduced their shift schedule. As Bob said in 2019, so instead of 4 work shifts, they will receive 3 work shifts. That would still have the same amount of level of service. This would require 239 unemployed firefighters. While both of these solutions require a layoff, the benefits are different. The firefighters will have more time off instead of more money, What they can do that would not leave firefighters unemployed would be changing their overtime hours and matching them to the other cities in Texas. Instead of 46, it would be changed to 53 hours when the overtime begins. Since firefighters work 2 days out of 7 and they have 24-hour shifts, this would have saved Houston $40 million per year. We have explained the problem with the salary of Houston firefighters compared to the other cities and how Turner is against the fire department. We can have their overtime changed so it can be the same as the other cities. Fighting fire may not be the same as fighting crime, but they both risk their lives on a day-to-day basis in order to have the city safe. I would rather have more than needed than not enough. Let's not cut short our fire department because they may come around and bite us in the butt. There are many ways the citizens can help by starting an organization that can raise money for the department. Those who truly appreciate can donate. It would seem a much better way to target the subject than going on strike and marching in downtown, causing traffic and a waste of time. There are more efficient ways to reach our goal.